So the cool thing is you'll learn how to identify all of the things that you need for your marketing funnel fast using data. I had them put up a white screen because this is where most of us start when we have a product. What are we going to offer? What's the product going to be? What should the landing page be? What should the ad copy be? What should the creative be? So the cool thing is you'll learn how to identify all of the things that you need for your marketing funnel fast using data. The first thing that is important is to target the right audience. The second thing is to scientifically, meaning using data, create the best offers, and then use that to fill any gaps in our existing funnel or to build a funnel from scratch and then have the right return path to get people to come back in, okay? So if we can optimize the customer value by having all of the right components in at the right time, then that's going to be the goal. How do we optimize the audience? First, you need to know who the ideal buyer is for the product or service. Where do they hang out? Who's already selling to them? And how can you best target them? One of the tools that we use regularly is tower data. So if you have buyers already, doesn't it make sense to run them through a tool that will tell you all about their interests, where they hang out, what they do, so that you can target them better? Don't have a list? That's no problem. Go to Mailing List Finder, you can go to nextmark.com, you can go to srds.com. These are all places where you can get mailing lists and mail them an offer and gather a list and then analyze it, then run it through Tower Data. This is an analysis of the buyers, of the attendees last year for traffic and conversion. So it'll tell us all about the audience, and this is from Tower Data. So when you run your list through this, this is the information that you're going to get back, which is going to help you in targeting. If you're targeting on Facebook or Pinterest or any of the places that you can do that, 72% mail, 28% last year. We did better this year. Finding out where they hang out, well, we'll go to compete.com, and we'll put in the site that is a competitor, or we'll put in our site, and we'll click on incoming traffic. It'll tell us where all the traffic is coming from. A lot of people have gone out there and aggregated audiences already, and they've placed pixels so that they can now retarget them. That make sense? Okay, so now that pre-pixeled audience is available to rent. So if you know that you're after somebody who, if you're selling these kinds of shoes, high-end custom women's shoes, and you know that there's a pre-pixeled audience for women who watch tennis, boxing, and postseason basketball, you can actually go and rent that audience and run your retargeting ads there. Pretty cool. Don't forget, we're very online oriented, but don't forget that 96% of the population still watches television, right? So don't forget these other ad channels. 91% of people read magazines. 82% of the people still listen to the radio, right? There's all of these people on all these different places that you can reach. All right, so how do we create offers that we're not totally guessing about? Well, what we do is we start with Spike. I talked with you guys about Spike the other day, and we just put in the interest. So in this case, I don't know if you can see or not, and I don't have a laser printer, but it says memory improvement is what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for all of the articles about, all the news articles about memory improvement in the last month. So what might be a good lead magnet in my funnel? What might be a good thing to start with? Quiz on how good your memory is, right? And I can look at those quizzes that are already existing that have been shared and see what it is about them that seems to be so interesting to people to cause them to share it millions and millions of times. Then I'll go to ClickBank, to the marketplace. But what it's going to tell me now, I ask you what we should sell this for. Then I'll go to CB Engine. CB Engine is a ClickBank marketplace research tool. So now I'm starting to get an idea of what's working in the memory market, okay? Terapeak is a tool that a lot of eBayers use to do research on what products to sell. And eBay is a great front-end research place. If I want to then start thinking about keywords, there are several keyword research tools as well. Merchant words is one. And then we have a tool at Digital Marketer called FreshKey. So I'll look at that. Now I'm going to go very, very old school. I'm going to go to Amazon. Then I'm going to look at the AdWords Keyword Planner, and I'm looking at the trend to see if there are more or less ads for the thing that I'm trying to sell. Okay, then I'm going to sort by volume, and now my funnel starts to take shape, right? So from these keywords, I've got memory as a starting idea. Now I've got memory game. That might be a lead magnet. It could be a good tripwire, and it might even be my core offer. You see how it's starting to take shape? So now I'm going to go back to compete. I'm going to look at the keyword for memory improvement, and I'm going to look at the keyword destinations that are the most popular. The number one site is memory-improvement-tips.com. So that's going to be probably one of my biggest competitors. I'm going to want to look at all the information about that. I'll look at the average number of referrals, and then I'll look at the chart. It's obviously on an uptick. That's kind of cool. I like that. It'll tell me how many unique visitors this site has had. Then I'll go to Google, also free, right? I'll put in memory improvement, and then Google Suggest will show me all of the things that are related searches. So I'll go through each of those, and I'll click on them and check out their funnel. And then I'm going to go to Similar Sites. Similar Sites is a free service that will tell you all of the sites that are like the site that you put in. The better choice, if you can afford it, is Similar Web. And Similar Web runs from about $2.99 to $5.99 a month, depending on what plan you want. But it gives you a whole lot of better information. A very inexpensive, they just raised their prices, but a very inexpensive competitive intelligence tool is Follow.net. AdBeat is right outside here. It's owned by Mike Colella, and it is a fantastic tool that I know Perry and I use every single day. Is this stuff helpful? Do you guys like this? Okay. This is another service called What Runs Where. Now, I use all of these, but I'll tell you that I like AdBeat a whole lot more than I like What Runs Where. And then Ad Clarity is something that we just recently started using. It's also similar information. Okay? BOXOFADS is another tool that we use. BOXOFADS is cool because BOXOFADS works for pay-per-view. And then another tool we use is iSpionage. And iSpionage is really good for determining ad spend. Okay, so now in my little Word document where I've been keeping these notes, I'm going to write down some of the key things I took away. And I've got ideas for my lead magnet, a game, a memory test, a book, and a special report. So now I've got my offer sheet. I've got a game, a test, a book, special report. Those are things I'm testing for my lead magnet. I've got digital and physical products that I'm going to test for my tripwire. My core offer is going to be something like a game or a course or maybe vitamins. And then my profit maximizer is for sure going to be vitamins. I might affiliate with Lumosity for brain games or some sort of brain game development company. And I might sell other products as an affiliate like diet, fitness, beauty, and sex, all of which I found out through my research these people who are interested in improving their memory are interested in. And then I'm going to have a return path that's some sort of interactive survey, games, and tests, and then maybe some brain improvement news or brain thing of the day or something like that. Then I'm going to create it. ClickFunnels is here out back, and Lead Pages is here over there. You guys know the value of that already. If you're not using that, it will simplify your life, and you will love it. I would check them both out, see which one works the best for you. If I go with Lead Pages, I can use the one step, which is on the left, where I have to put in my email, or I can use the two-step on the right. Our tests show that the two-step performs significantly better. And if I didn't know it because I'm part of Digital Marketer and associated interests, I would know it because of all of the other information that you just learned how to do, right? Then I'm going to have a VSL as my core offer, a VSL as my profit maximizer, and that's it.